any good dates this week, Brandon?
No, I've been sick.
You've been sick?
Oh. Yeah. Well, allergies.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on a really bad date, like a horrible date. I don't know if I told you, the guy refused to walk me home. That's a bad sign, right?
From where?
Green door. Or little door. Something with a door.
It's probably little door.
Yeah, little door. Yeah. So I was so excited because he was a neighbor. You know, he lives like 2 blocks from us. And I was so excited when he wanted to go out because I said, this is going to be perfect. Somebody in the neighborhood. You know, we could just go to all these restaurants around here. He has a dog. We go walk our dogs. It was just so perfect. I said, this has got to work out with this guy. So I go, and of course he's late, and I'm sitting there at the bar. I tried to order a drink at the bar. They're not serving drinks anymore. You can't even talk to the bartender. They just completely ignore you when you there because there's a glass. So they're pretending like they can't hear you. Yeah, a COVID glass, exactly. So the guy, you know, I'm trying to get a drink. So not only is it awkward to wait at a bar alone, but then you don't even have a drink.
Oh, that's horrible.
It was it was horrible. It was totally horrible. So I'm waiting for this guy. He's late. Finally, he comes there. And I'm like, okay, maybe I could, you know, make myself like this guy somehow. You know, you ever think that? Like you see someone, you're like, oh, they're in the vicinity of someone I would like.
All the time.
Yeah, I'm like, they're like nearby.
They do something shitty.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? I could force myself if I worked really hard at this and put a ton of effort in and maybe like drug myself a little bit. I could like this guy.
Drugged myself a little bit.
So, you know, that's what I was thinking. So he sits down and he's asking me a lot of questions. And I'm thinking, man, I'm doing great on this date. I'm keeping the conversation going. And I'm just killing it. I'm so enthusiastic and I'm just so nice. And I was just so impressed by myself, like with myself. You ever be on a date and you're like, wow, I'm great.
No, definitely. So he lives 2 blocks from us, but he would be 2 blocks.
Yeah. So he lives like 5 blocks from us, but it was 2 blocks more that he would have to walk me home. Like it was like, so his place was in the middle, the restaurant was on the other side, and then we're on the other side, right?
Yeah.
So this guy, I do a great job on the date. I really dressed up. I know I look good for sure. And I was talking to him for 3 hours. I mean, I'm like a professional conversationalist, so he's got to be impressed. And then at the end, he would not walk me. It was freezing. It was 10:30 at night. It was dark. And you know how scary that street is.
So you had to walk home at night.
Well, I said, if you walk me home, I'll give you cookies and Chex Mix. Because you know how in our lobby, they have that. Yeah. So I said, if you walk me home, you'll get Chex Mix and you'll get a cookie. So he did. And it was so weird. And you know when you don't like someone, but you still want them to like you?
No.
Really?
I've never thought of like, oh, I don't like you. I want you to like me, though.
Yeah, really? I mean, I guess that's definitely an ego thing. I mean, I want everyone to like me regardless. Like, I don't want him to not like me after I put on such a huge performance.
So has he reached out to you since?
That's the thing. No, he hasn't.
Oh, wow.
So now I'm just so curious. You know, every guy that this happens with, I get so curious. I just really want to know, like, at what point did you decide that you didn't like me because I was so great on that date?
Oh, I've never even thought of that. Like, what point did you decide to hate me?
Yeah, like, at what point? Like, what did I exactly say that made you decide to not walk me home? And then he was telling me during the date that he was looking for marriage. He was looking for children. And I was thinking, man, I just never hear that. I never hear anyone say that. So I was just so shocked when he said it. I couldn't believe it. It was just like words that were a different language because just no one ever says that.
Especially here in LA.
Yeah. So when he didn't walk me home, you know what I said to him?
What?
I said, you know, I know why you're not married with like no kids because none of your dates survive. fight and call me. I don't know. Sugar, have you ever?
Look at me standing here on my own again, up straight in the sunshine. No need to run and hide. It's a wonderful, wonderful life.